I'll walk you through the 42 tools now. We began with Twitter, and I initially asked them to tweet so they had the experience of Twitter, but we spent much more time examining how Twitter can work for them in the classroom. And certainly Twitter has become a real powerhouse for communication and for education. If you've dismissed Twitter as something where people tell you what they had for breakfast or that they're popping popcorn, then I would urge you to re-look at Twitter and look at the exciting things that are going on in Twitter and the ways that Twitter can enhance what you do in the classroom every day. The second tool was the 365 project, which has become a favorite of mine. I use 365project.org. It's kind of a mini blog, and you'll see from my October calendar I've been a bit pathetic. I haven't really caught up too well, but each day you're supposed to upload a photograph to 365project.org, and it's a lot of fun. Here's one example. So on the 16th of October, I was walking along at Bar Beach, which is just down from Merriweather Beach, and captured this beautiful sunrise. You can see that there's information about me. I'm 33% complete for my 365 project, a little bit of information of who I am, and then my whole month. You can even see the camera I used. So as a mini blog, it's really quite an exciting tool. The next tool we used was Edmodo, which is kind of like a free Moodle. You can sign on to Edmodo and you immediately have your own little Moodle site, if you like. Quite a useful tool, maybe not as useful to us because we have Moodle at our disposal, but it's really quite nice, and you can put on quizzes, polls, assignments, notes, alerts, etc. It's the same kind of feel as Moodle. I love Voki, and Voki allows you to create an avatar. This is me, believe it or not. Yeah, I don't believe it either, but it does have the Opera House in the background, so that's got to, got to say something. And then I can either add my voice through the computer, through a telephone, or I can have the actual computer words, a computer-generated voice. So it's really quite a lovely way to create an easy podcast. If you haven't looked at the ISTE standards, they're really quite exciting. The International Society for Technology and Education provides some NETS standards for the skills that we should all have as teachers. And I think this piece becomes more and more important because our students come through with more and more technology skills, and we can't afford to stay where we are. I'm not as big a fan of a blog as I used to be. Here's my personal blog, and I last posted in July, so that tells you how much I post to my blog. And before July, the last time I posted was in 2010 when I was on my way to Rome for the canonization of Australia's first saint. But blogs hold a lot of information, and certainly while I don't blog, I use other people's blogs. Google Maps are just wonderful. I'll be spending a little bit more time on Google Maps, but here's Merriweather Beach, and when I recorded my first video with that wind was blowing, I was right here down at the very corner of Merriweather Beach, right near the surf house. And every morning, here's where I live in Merriweather, and you can hear during this presentation the cars going by outside my front window and the birds chirping. So I walk down here each day and walk along the beach up to Strzelecki Park, which is a beautiful overlook, and then I come back and take the short route home. Significant hills here, so I walk this way on the flat. Google Maps is really exciting. There are fantastic Google Maps already made, or you can make your own. A Google a day is an interesting little time waster. If you want to look at it that way, you can go to a Google a day and there'll be a question, and you can look up the information using Google and enter your answer. There's also quite a larger Google a day that takes about 20 minutes, and it covers all kinds of different areas. Absolutely fantastic little tool. I think useful in the classroom because it helps students learn how to search on Google and how to find information. And finally, we go to Google Docs, and I'm going to let the experts talk about Google Docs because this is one of the 5 tools that won the most popular contest, and I think it's an important tool for us to know about.